Hello everyone, welcome to the next session of CSAT Weekly by LevelUp IES. So in this session, we will start with the topic of syllogisms, and I will say that this is my opinion that this is one of the easiest topic of reasoning. Okay, and if you think इसमें कोई you don't need any major formulas or anything, it's mainly just understanding the statement, comprehending the statement, use diagrams for the statement and then you get to the conclusion. इसमें एक छोटी सी trick होती है that which I'll explain, and before that we will see how many questions are there of this topic. So in CSAT 2024 there was a question, then in 2022 two questions, then in 21 also you got a question. So in 2021 you had 3 questions. Then in 2020 there was a question. So in 2019 also. So you can see that in recent years almost every year a question has been asked. Okay? When we check the pattern of the examination, we check the latest pattern, you will see that apart from 2023, every year a question of this topic has been asked. That means this year also it is quite possible that you get a question of this. 2019, 2017, 2015, right? So in all of these years, you get a question from this topic. Now, when we have to see whether the topic is important or not, we see the recent years. So you know that in recent years, it has been asked every year apart from one. That means that it is an important topic. Also, according to me, it is one of the easiest topic. See, before discussing the question, I'll show you an example and I'll talk about the approach that you should follow in these kind of questions. So, in the first question, you will see इसमें तो you don't even need any kind of approach in this one. ठीक है? So, main statement is followed by 4 statements labeled PQRS. Okay, so the approach or the method which I am talking about is not for this. This is your basic, very basic English reasoning and verbal reasoning understanding. Okay, so you have 4 statements labeled PQRS. Choose the ordered pair of statement where first statement first implies second, and 2 statements are logically consistent with the main statement. That means this is your main statement. Pradeep becomes either a director or a producer. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Pradeep will become at least one. या तो वो director बनेगा, director नहीं बना तो Pradeep will be producer. Okay. Now you can see from the options also. If you don't want to see from the options, you can analyze like this. Statement S क्या है? Pradeep is not a producer. That means if Pradeep is not a producer, if I have a cross here, that means Pradeep क्या होगा? Pradeep will be a director. This is true. So will be a director. Pradeep is a director. That means S is followed by P. Right? Similarly, now if I say Pradeep is not a director, यहाँ पर cross लग जाए, then you will say okay, if he is not the director, he is the producer. Which means what? If Pradeep is not a director, R is followed by Q. RQ. These are the 2 conclusions which you can draw, and option C, both SP and RQ will be your answer. Okay? So as I said in the first statement only, that this is one of the easiest topics in your CSAT reasoning preparation. Although you will see that statement बहुत लंबी स्टेटमेंट लग रही है एंड ऐसा लग रहा है ओ दिस क्वेश्चन मस्ट बी डिफिकल्ट, टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. इफ यू विल सी इन यूपीएससी पेपर you get a question paper like this, right? Sheet is also divided into two parts. One sheet is divided. So when you get this question statement, first of all, this statement occupies a major chunk of your question paper. Then these statements, main statement. Then you have statement, these PQRS. So what happens is when you read such a big question, you kind of assume, हमारा mind ऐसे train हुआ है कि we assume this must be a very very difficult question, time consuming question, पढ़ने में ही time लग जाएगा. But ऐसा नहीं होता. Just read the question, give an overview for this, ठीक है? Then you have main statement and this, understand the pattern of the questions that are being asked. Options से भी you could do this. So next question, moving on to CSAT 2022. Now I will talk about the approach which I was saying. So सबसे पहले syllogisms के question में क्या होता है? You get statements that may or may not be consistent. For example, all pens are books, no chair is a pen. These are the two statements. Obviously all pens are books. इसमें कोई sense नहीं है, ठीक है? But what we have to do is we have to assume statements to be correct, to be true. Then we have to tell which conclusion follows. Okay. Now, conclusion also, you have two types. Conclusion 1, read conclusion 1. It says all chairs are books. This is a definite conclusion. So for example, if I say that I am taking a class on every day of the week. So I am taking a class on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. If I make this statement that yes, I am taking a class on all days of the week. If you have to prove me wrong, तो आपको पूरा वीक चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Even if you check that okay, Monday को क्लास थी, Tuesday को नहीं थी, you don't even have to check all of these cases. Since I was giving you a definite statement that yes, I am taking a class on every day of the week, I was giving you a definite statement. That is why even if you bring me one example of one day where I have not taken a class, you will say that my statement is false. So whenever you have a definite statement like this, like all chairs are books, or this is some chairs are definitely books. Okay, all of these statements. In that case, आपको क्या करना होता है? We have to prove this wrong with one example. कोई भी एक example from here such that this is wrong. Now, when you have some chairs are pens. Now, if I say I am taking class on some days of the week, right? So some का मतलब तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? If I say I am taking class on some days of the week, now you have to check whether I am saying the right thing or not. So you don't have to check completely. Even if I take class on, let's say, Wednesday, you will say that my statement is correct. तो यहाँ पर आपको क्या करना है? In this case, you have to prove this right. ठीक है, तो आपको एक केस लेके चलना है where some chairs are pen is the right statement. Now, इतनी सारी introduction for this question, but when we'll do, you'll understand it is very very easy. So first statement is all pens are books. Okay, also when you are doing the question, start with the statement of all. All pens are books. That means I can say this is pen, this is books. ठीक है, all pens are books. No chair is a pen. So no chair is a pen. That means ये pen and chair में कुछ common नहीं होना चाहिए. If this is pen, chair can be this also. Chair can be, this is books, this is pen. Chair can be this also. ठीक है, there are these two cases you get from here. Now, conclusion 1 is all chairs are books. It might not be true. It can be true. For example, if you take books, pens, and then you take chairs like this, okay, it can be true. But is it definitely true? I told you in these cases, all chairs are books. You have to find out, क्योंकि मैं definite statement बोल रही हूँ, you have to find out the one example where this is not true. So यहाँ पे भी this is not true. Here also this is not true. So all chairs are books. No, this conclusion does not follow. Some chairs are pens. Some chairs are pens. Now you know no chair is a pen. कोई भी chair is a pen. यहाँ तो possible ही नहीं है. Pen and chair have nothing in common. In no case pen and chair have something in common, right? So some chairs are pen. Again, this is not true. Now, all books are chairs. This is not true. All books are chair means books के आसपास chairs. No chair is a book. No chair is a book. In this statement, this is also not true. ठीक है, because यहाँ पर you have a case where chair is book. ये देखो. So what we do is we try to form the cases and then we see कि एक statement which follows in all the cases that will be true. So in this case, none of the four statements is, none of the four conclusion is true. My answer will be none of the conclusion follows. Option D. Okay. Now moving on to the next question, that is question number 2. So in this question you have 3 statements and 3 conclusions. You have to decide which conclusion follows. Some doctors are teachers, all teachers are engineers, all engineers are scientists. Now again we will start with all statements. Okay? All teachers are engineers. So this is teachers. All teachers are engineers. This is engineers. All engineers are scientists. All engineers are scientists. This is scientists. Some doctors are teachers. That means this will be doctor and teacher, right? ये teacher है, ये doctor है. Some doctors are teacher. Now, some scientists are doctors. That means ये scientist है. Scientist and doctor have this in common. So some scientists are doctors. This is true. Next you have all engineers are doctors. This is not true. This is engineers. ये पूरा Venn diagram circle जो है engineers है. But यहाँ all engineers are not doctors. See in this part, engineers are not doctors. So conclusion 2 is not true. Some engineers are doctors. Yes, now this is true. This is engineers and this is doctors. They are something in common. So first and third conclusion follows. That means option C will be my answer. Right? So you can see that the question of this type, they are not difficult to answer. Now moving on to the next question of CSAT 2021. यहाँ पर क्या है? Some radios are mobiles, all mobiles are computers, some computers are watches. Again we will start with the all statement. All mobiles are computers. So all mobiles, they are computers. Some radios are mobiles. So that means radios will be like this. Some computers are watches. Now you can have you can have different cases of this. So first case is some computers are watches. You can have this. Then you can have this. Some computers are watches. You can also have like this, watches. Okay, you can also have this where watches are common with radio and computers but not with mobiles. So you can have a lot of cases here, but conclusion क्या है? Certainly some radios are watches. No, if you take watches here, यहाँ वाला case लो, watches, ये first case. In this case, radios are here, watches are here. There is no common thing between them. Certainly some radios are watches. No, this is not true. then certainly some mobiles are watches. Again, you take this case or you take this case only. Certainly some mobiles are watches. This is also not true. So neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. ठीक है? So as I told you, when you have certainly वाली statements, अगर एक भी example, this is the example, एक भी example मिल गया where you can refute the statement, that means the statement is not true. Now, moving on to the next question. Statement is, some cats are almiras, some almiras are chairs, all chairs are tables. Again, start with the all statement first. All chairs are, this is chair, these are tables. All chairs are tables. Some almiras are chairs. These are chairs. Some almiras are chairs. That means almiras will be like this. Then you have some cats are almiras. Okay. So again, यहाँ पर you can have case of this cat 1. ठीक है? Some cats are almiras. You can have this case cat 2. Then you can have this case also cat 3. ठीक है? ऐसे कर. Now, certainly some almiras are tables. Certainly, in any case you take, some almiras are tables will be true because almiras, some almiras are chairs. ठीक है? All chairs are tables. तो ये part जो है, it will always be common between almiras and tables. ठीक है? Even if आप ये part को 0 मान लो, तो जो almiras और chair में common है, and chairs are tables, all chairs are tables. So certainly some almiras are tables. This is true. Some cat may not be chair, right? Because see, if you take this case, ये cat है, ये chair है, they have nothing in common. So some cat may not be chair. This is also true. Both conclusion 1 and 2 are true, right? Now, let's move on to the next statement. You have statement 1, some greens are blues, some blues are blacks. Okay. Now, first conclusion is some greens are black. Okay. So, some greens are black. Is it always true? You have to find. Some greens are blues. That means greens are blues like this. Some blues are blacks. That means ऐसे भी हो सकता है. Some greens are black. This is not always true. ये देखो green and black में there is nothing in common. So this does not follow. No green is black. Now this is also not true. Green, blue, black. ठीक है? 3 colors are there. In this case, green and black have common. So no green is black. This also is false. All greens are black. Again false. All black are green. Again false. ठीक है? So all the conclusion, no conclusion follows. That means option D, neither conclusion 1, nor 2, nor 3, nor 4. Okay. Now, moving on to the next question, that is of CSAT 2020. 2 statements are given, followed by 2 conclusions. Statement क्या है? All cats are dogs, all cats are black. Some dogs are not black. This is your conclusion 2. Okay. And all dogs are black. This is the first conclusion. Now you have all cats are dogs. So, whenever you have a statement of all, understand that this is an easy question because all का when बनाना बहुत easy है. All cats are dogs, all cats are black. So, now you can have multiple ways of drawing black. That means You can have black like this. Okay, this is the first case. Now if you take, this is cat, this is dog, all cats are black. You can also have black like this. Ab bhi all cats are black. You can also have cats, black, dog. ठीक है? So there are multiple ways of this. Now you have first conclusion, all dogs are black. No, from this case, conclusion 1 is false. All dogs are black. Conclusion true. Conclusion 2, some dogs are not black. So कुछ ऐसे dogs हैं, they are not black. यहाँ से in this question, in this statement, you can say that statement conclusion 2 is also not true, because यहाँ पर there are all the dogs that are black. So which of the conclusion follows? None. So neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2, option C will be your answer. Now moving on to the next statement, that is of CSAT 2019. You have, question is, consider the following statements and conclusion. First statement क्या है? Some rats are cats, some cats are dog, no dog is a cow. ठीक है? Some rats are cats. So again you can have, जब ये sum वाला केस आ जाता है, you can have many possibilities. So instead of making Venn diagrams first, look at the conclusion. First conclusion is no cow is a cat. No cow is a cat. That means cow और cat में there is nothing in common. Let's say हम इसको क्या करते हैं? Wrong proof करने की कोशिश करते हैं. So cow and cat. Some rats are cats. Some cats are dog. Okay. Some rats are cats. Some cats are dog. No cow is a dog. Okay. So make it like this. हो गया? तो ये conclusion does not follow. No cow is a cat. Why cows are cat? हो तो रहा है. In this case, you are getting an example where this statement is not true. Okay? No dog is a rat. No dog is a rat. So if you take it like this, cow, इसी में changes करें, cow, cat, cow और dog में common नहीं होना चाहिए. So let's say dog is here, and then you know some rats are cats. So ऐसे rats बना लो. Some rats are cats. Dog is also there. No dog is a rat. There is an example जहाँ पर ये है. So conclusion 2 false. Next, some cats are rats. Some cats are rats. Obviously, if some rats are cats, तो कुछ cat भी तो rat होंगे. ठीक है? Some rats are cat. This is given to you. So you have rats और cats में ये part common है. Some rats are cats. So obviously these cats are also rats. ठीक है? Only this conclusion, that is only conclusion 3. Option C will be your answer. Only conclusion 3 is true. Some cats are rats. In general also, if you have some A are B, that means some B are also A. So moving on to the next question of CSAT 2017. अच्छा, अब देखो ये ना question, this is not a question of logical reasoning, this is a question of verbal reasoning. ठीक है? So इसमें you have good voice is a natural gift, but one has to keep practicing to improve and excel well in the field of music. ये एक statement है and you have conclusions. So this is not a statement जिसमें आपको कोई Venn diagram बनाना है या कुछ करना है. In this statement, it is a power of in this statement, examiner is checking your power of comprehension. ठीक है? So आपने इस statement से क्या comprehend किया? Conclusions क्या है? Natural gift, need nurturing and care. ठीक है? Next, even though one's voice is not good, one can keep practicing. First of all, ऐसे question में जो statement given है सिर्फ उतना ही कंसिडर करो उसका नेगेटिव क्या होगा, इफ इट इज नॉट देयर देन व्हाट हैपन, ये सब हम वी कैन नॉट अज्यूम एनीथिंग, ठीक है। सो यहाँ पर क्या गिवन है, गुड वॉइस। गुड वॉइस क्या होती है, इट इज अ नेचुरल गिफ्ट, ठीक है। बट नेचुरल गिफ्ट तो है, बट वन हैज टू प्रैक्टिस, कीप प्रैक्टिसिंग टू इम्प्रूव एंड एक्सेल। सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट जो है, फर्स्ट कंक्लूजन, नेचुरल गिफ्ट्स नीड नर्चरिंग एंड केयर, दिस इज ट्रू। तो आप उस पे गुड वॉइस जो है एक नेचुरल गिफ्ट है, यू कीप ऑन प्रैक्टिसिंग टू मेक इट टू इम्प्रूव एंड एक्सेल। दैट मीन्स नेचुरल गिफ्ट्स को नर्चरिंग और केयर की जरूरत होती है। नेक्स्ट, इवन दो वंस वॉइस इज नॉट गुड, ऐसा तो कुछ लिखा ही नहीं कि if your voice is not good you can keep practicing. I told you whatever is given in the statement that you have to assume that it is right. इसके अलावा outside this, even if this is true, even though one's voice is not good you keep practicing, you will improve, ठीक है। चाहे ये स्टेटमेंट इन जनरल ट्रू हो, बट आप इस स्टेटमेंट से कंक्लूजन पे नहीं आ सकते। फ्रॉम दिस स्टेटमेंट you cannot come to this conclusion. So which one of the following is correct? Only conclusion one follows from the statement, right? This will be your answer. Now you want now let's discuss question of CSAT 2015. Some men are great, some men are wise, men are either great or wise, ठीक है। देखो इसको ना ए बी लेके चल लो, ग्रेट वाइज ए सी, ओके। नाउ सम ए आर बी, दैट मीन्स ये लो ए बी, सम बी आर सी, सम ए आर सी, सॉरी। सो दैट मीन्स यहां पर कर सकते हैं सम ए आर सी। फर्स्ट क्या है, मेन आर ईदर ग्रेट और वाइज, दैट मीन्स मेन या तो ग्रेट होंगे या फिर वाइज होंगे, बट here men are great as well as wise, you can get this. So conclusion 1 does not follow. Conclusion 2, some men are neither great nor wise. Now this statement says कि कुछ men ऐसे हैं, they are neither great nor wise, that means they are talking about these men, ठीक है। So we have to see whether this is true or not. If you have some men, ठीक है, they are great, some men are great, some men are wise. If all men are great, this statement is also true. Some men are wise, ठीक है। Some men are neither great nor wise. So in this case, this statement is not true. So neither of the conclusion is valid. Option D will be your answer. All right. So this was it for your discussion of this topic, syllogisms. And you can see that the questions were not all difficult, right? And just needs a little bit of comprehending skills on the statement part, right? So practice doing making Venn diagrams in this case makes your question very, very easy. ठीक है, इसको क्वेश्चन को करने को और कोई ट्रिक ही नहीं है. द ओनली ट्रिक इज वॉट एवर यू हैव मेक इट इनटू अ Venn diagram, right? So that's what you can do. For example, in this question also, you have a statement is some men are neither great nor wise. That means we are talking about this. Now, if you know Venn diagram, you know that this portion can be zero also. ठीक है, इसको हम जीरो भी, ये जीरो भी हो सकता है. That is, there are no men that are neither great nor wise. So यहाँ से आप बोल सकते थे कि conclusion 2 is not true, right? So the key to question of syllogism is understanding Venn diagrams, how to make the diagram, what part can be zero, what part cannot be zero, all of this. Okay, so I hope that you understood this topic. Thank you so much for watching the video.